Hello, everybody. All right. So today we got one of the best games I think I've had. Unfortunately, we did not win this game, but I managed to get the damage record, and this will be the first time I have ever gotten a damage record on a ship. Joined kind of late, about a year after the game dropped. I got involved. I think it was the Kutuzov campaign. But yeah, no, so this was really exciting. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm just gonna be making comments every once in a while about what I was thinking at the time, and stuff like that. But yeah, the damage I got was unfortunately not enough because I could not get a win. But it was a really interesting, crazy game. We had a couple last second changes that really threw people for a loop. At least it threw me for a loop because I was under the impression that we had the game in the bag, and all I needed to do was farm a little bit, and we would win. But it didn't really work out that way. So we're actually going to go to the side we spawn on because that's what you should do every time, even if you don't have a destroyer spawn on your side. Luckily, I'm a radar cruiser, so I felt a little more comfortable committing to that side. And I spot this Ayoba. He's in the middle of the map. He does a good job at first of like ducking and dodging. But this Tallin AP is just it's so good that I mean, it'll catch you, if you're not paying attention to it at all times. So he dodges this salvo, I believe. He doesn't really take a big hit. It's the King George is shooting at us, so we're going to turn in and try and tighten up our angle. And this is going to be the last salvo we throw at this Ayoba. And I believe we catch him pretty good. Those front two guns, the AP lined up so well. And there you go. I think that was 3 citadels. Let's see. Looking at the torpedoes, trying to count them. They looked a little off, 3 sets of whatever it was. So start backing up because I noticed the guy's now pushing in and he can overmatch me. I try to make my angle as tight as possible. Try to get this battleship a little more involved that's to my left. He does a good job of getting aggressive and into the cap. This cruiser right here, he just rushes in. He just kind of like said fuck it and he's going for it with the torpedo runs. And that's an Italian cruiser. It's not like the torpedoes are really all that fast, but very surprised that he managed to stay alive as long as he does. You'll see. We still got to worry about the King George. I really like the positioning of our Ganais now right here because he's going to force the other Ganais now to come after him, turn the corner, and I want to be there when that Ganais now does come out. See, we managed to get the shots off. We've been spotted the whole time. We haven't really had to worry about overmatch, which is fantastic. And Tallin, for its tier, is pretty well armored, so we do get only a couple ships in the game that can overmatch him. But King George is shooting HE at us like he should be. And we're doing a good job of messing with our rudder and our speed, making it so he's having a hard time connecting us on any big salvos. You can see the Ganais now is almost dead. I'm hoping that this is going to be the last shot I need to take, and I should have aimed higher. Because where those aimed, they pretty much all shattered, and that was not what we wanted. Get cut off here a little bit, but that's okay. My goal now is to push ahead, forward into this King George, nose into him, and try and get this DD out. So I pop my hydro, and I'm pushing towards the smoke. We get him spotted up. Already got HE loaded. Gonna slap him. Yeah. King George hits us. I don't know if that was AP or HE, but I know it didn't really hurt me all that much. You can see we've already lost a good chunk of our health. Hydro comes in clutch, spots those torps for us just in time for us to slow down. Keeping an eye on that King George in front of us. See him creeping there. That's why we're not just staying zoomed in. on our target. We're just kind of trying to keep a wide FOV of what's going on. I anticipate him to turn out to try and get my broadside, so I aim those torpedoes a little far ahead, and instead he slows down and he puts me in a huge predicament. I should not have overled those torpedoes like that. Otherwise, uh, I would have been able to get him too. But right now, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so I can't turn away. I've got to nose in. He's got AP loaded. I'm just gonna nose in right here. He's gonna ricochet off me, and he does. Um, and then I turn out, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get on the other side of his ship. Like, this is the only option I have. If I can't get on the other side of his ship, he's just gonna turn and blab me. And so I notice that gun's staying with me really well, and I try to knock it out. Unfortunately, I don't. And then the cruiser comes in clutch and pretty much just saves my ass. So that was nice. And right now I'm taking a deep breath. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm alive. Like, oh, luckiest man in the world right now. And see this, I see the Terrible. He's not very far away, but my radar comes up in 2 minutes, and my hydro comes up in 2 minutes. And I'm just thinking to myself, do I really want to be dragged all the way to this side of the map, where and take me away from the rest of the game? I noticed the Abruzzi going after him, and so I thought, wow, he's a lot faster than me. I'm useless without my radar to him, essentially, because I only go 34 knots. So I turn out. I keep my guns on the side, and I'm prepared to go back to the middle of the map to support the rest of my team. Noticing I'm staying spotted, so I'm going to try and keep my guns relatively close to this Abruzzi, and sure enough, there goes the Terrible, and he's actually really close to us. I think he's like 5 kilometers away from us, 5-5-ish. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll get all guns on. This Abruzzi's going all in, so I'm checking his direction with my torpedoes. Abruzzi slaps him a little bit. Abruzzi takes a torp. I see this, and then smacks him around a little more. And I'm hoping I can get a shot at him through this gap. I launched my torpedoes just a second ago to catch him, just in case he got away. And the Abruzzi gets gunned down by the Terrible. I did not see that coming. But the Terrible didn't see those torpedoes coming either, so I guess it works out. I was really hoping to keep that guy alive. That Abruzzi saved my life earlier, and I wasn't able to really help him out enough, unfortunately. But this time we're just going to head towards the middle of the map like our initial plan was, and see if we can help support the rest of our team, because right now we've got map control. We're pretty even on ships. I think one of our ships just died. But we are running beyond range on this build, so we're going to try and use this island in front of us to support our teammates. We are not necessarily almost dead, but we're not very healthy. So open water gunboating, it's not really an option. So we're going to keep AP loaded for this Tennessee. And notice that destroyer there, he's not moving. They just pinged him. It turns out that he left the game, and I had no idea. Not until they got in the cap, and I was like, I don't know. My mind was blown. I thought for sure we were going to win this game. I'm only at 100,000 damage, which is a pretty average game for Tallin. And well, it's not. I wouldn't say completely average, but it's a good place to be at near the end of the game. If you're around there, you pretty much done your job. So we're just gonna try and farm these guys. Really want to get a fire on him, and we're gonna throw a couple HE shells at him, because if we can get a fire procced on this guy and get him to hold on to it, we can just switch to AP and start, hitting him as hard as we were earlier with the AP. And I was thinking, man, if he damage cons, we got a destroyer right there. He's gonna hit him with torps. He's gonna flood. He's gonna die. Just trying to get that damage con pop was a big deal to me, because getting that off the board will immediately make him a little bit less are a little bit more vulnerable of a ship. Um, I believe he puts out the fire, so we switch back to HE, um, because fires do so much damage, and he's nose in right now, and we're not really getting huge salvos like we were at the beginning when we were hitting him with AP. And our inability to kill this guy is going to come back to bite us in the ass. Uh, if we just had one person hit him for, I don't know, 10,000 damage, we probably would have won the game. Um, you know, given if everything was played back the same. But I think we're going to get a fire on him here in a moment. But you're going to notice they're shooting at our destroyer and he's not moving. And so in my head, I'm thinking, oh man, dude, what the heck is going on? Oh, why would he just leave the game in the middle of the game? He was here, he's in the cap. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You can't win them all. Crazy shit happens all the time. Maybe he just disconnected and wasn't able to get his stuff back together. I'm not sure. But I'm just going to keep farming out this Tennessee because he's headed towards the cap and I need him dead. I need to eventually kill everything. That's my goal now. They have a points lead. They're about to have a cap lead. They have more ships than us, obviously. I'm at 145,000 damage. And not once in this game was I thinking about the damage record. I want to explain that. I never once thought, like, oh man, I'm going to just go out here and farm damage. I was just thinking, how can I win this game? Like, what's the best opportunity, an option for me to win this game? And I think that's really important because not a lot of people, I feel like that's their goal. A lot of their goal is to like win, or not win, but like just kind of have fun, getting damage, farming with HE. That's kind of like just really common. I noticed a Sharn horse on my right. I used my radar to get spotting. Unfortunately, not early enough. So they get spotted the moment I do. I'm trying to get a fire on this Tennessee because I know he burned his Damacon. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to. Our HP is ticking away. I really got to concentrate on that Sharn horse, but every single time I look over there, my guns traverse the wrong way because I'm not locking them. So I lock them. I see the Sharn horse. I'm trying to be patient. I want to make sure he's going to commit. And I throw them out there. I switch to the AP. I'm hoping to God that this Aoba turns broadside. And boom, there goes the Sharn horse, and boom, there goes the Aoba, and then double strike. We're at 197, and I believe this is the damage record. Only a couple hundred over the damage record that was before me. We're going to hit this guy for, I think, like 3,000 or something like that. That's going to put us up to about 200k. But yeah, so that was the game, guys. I'm excited to have the damage record now. And so, yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Bye.